Okemo Valley local Sammy Blanchette brings together fellow artists, entrepreneurs, family, and friends and talks about life, work, and everything in between. It's The Tasty Twist with Sammy B. Enjoy.
There was a robot, friendly robot, who seemed past out with his life, who felt a need to more than calculating the time, number, space, quantification, dated by insurance, probably digits by fractional equations until something just came along, shook his whole world. He didn't realize she could be long. Robot gets a heart. Robot gets a heart. There's girls, something more than just congregating notice. She didn't seek out, but to him she became it all. She reached out to him out of his quiet world, showed him kindness, showed him something more. The world outside, there was something more, but he was blind. While he kept away working to fix something broken inside. Robot gets a heart. Robot gets a heart. And sparked something inside his head. It was more than electronic, it was completely abnormal. J-Ray knew sequencing was just in the programming. I cannot compute this. He said she unlocked the door to something more, which the robot never knew he had. Logic could not dictate the sudden burst of emotions. The robot gets a heart. You believe sometimes things happen you've never seen. Just when you think there's a mystery, a theory implodes. The robot ran off to the sunset, living happily ever after. They were completely in love. They were quite the pale, so the story goes was cliche and romantic. It was the thing that you hear in the fairy tales. The robot gets a heart. Robot gets a heart. Robot gets a heart. One more time. The robot gets a heart.
Nice.
Thank you.
What's that called again?
The robot gets a heart.
Robot Gets a Heart. I thought it was
Yeah.
Roll Back in Time.
No.
Sounds almost like, excuse me while I kiss this guy. Bathroom on the right.
Bathroom. Yeah, right.
Okay. Is this the one that you want guitar?
Oh, we're gonna do that one next.
Did you want to?
We could.
It's up to you. What did you want to do next?
I thought we were gonna do the interview and then.
Oh.
And then-
How many songs did you have?
Okay.
2 or 3?
I brought two. Yeah.
Oh, cool. All right, cool. Awesome. We'll play guitar at the end. Yeah.
Unless you want to do living in Vermont again too. That's always a fun one. Don't tempt you with a good time. Great.
We could do that one at the end.
Okay. I'll play another one then.
Yeah, let's play another one. Okay.
This is in D major. I have a little instrumental.
The old
to it,
D
yeah.
major.
Yeah, I do some of these easy keys because I need.
That's why we're going to talk theory in this podcast.
You're right. about this. Do you mind if I stop and get this tuned up?
Yeah.
Sounds.
Yeah. All good. You have a tuner?
I don't think I brought one with me. Actually, that's the one thing that I was feeling like I'm forgetting something.
You can go by my tuning. Yeah.
Sorry, I probably should have stopped sooner.
Oh, it's all good.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Now we'll go ahead and start again on this one.
Here we go. All right, yeah, go ahead.
This one's called Stars. Can't separate each other from the color of our skin. Gotta be kind, cause all the same. Hit me, Sammy. So many great friends, so much family. And in my family, there's so much harmony. Why can't we all just live to love and help one another? Instead we disagree. We should all be living free. I'll see
Will's first show for Okemo Valley TV. This is another episode of The Tasty Twist with Sammy B. Hi, everybody. First and foremost, national news just breaking a while ago. I know this is not live because it's a podcast. Rest in peace, Ozzy Osbourne, just weeks after his last show. Rest in peace to his family. Episode number 4 already of The Tasty Twist, Season 2 at Okemo Valley TV. Thank you to our friends for doing this. I am Sammy Blanchett, your host and producer of the show. Jake McLaughlin. Did I get it right this time? McLaughlin. Oh, yeah. Almost. I swear I'm getting it. Yeah. You just heard from him a little while ago. What's going on, man? I like that jersey, as I mentioned before.
You, yeah.
So that's the way that people. That's the way that people can find you on Facebook, Instagram, and probably Venmo also as well too that we mentioned.
Yeah, right? Venmo, PayPal. Yep.
So where'd you get the jersey?
I think it's KXK Custom. I'll hook you up with the link.
Yeah, let me know.
I know you're going to want one.
Yeah, I definitely am. Yeah, exactly.
Not one. You're going to need one.
I'm gonna need an away and a home jersey because we're turning this into sports. Yeah.
Right.
So what's going on, man? Needless to say, besides that, we always follow each other in our activity on social media. You've been quite busier than ever, I would imagine, right?
Yeah, getting almost as busy as your itinerary. I think. Well.
No. Yeah. But you've got. We'll start off with the solo career side of things, and we'll get into the bands afterwards. But has it been busier than ever solo? Career-wise?
It has been getting busier.
Yeah.
Great stuff. Weddings. Doing solo at bars and restaurants around here. Got into the Killarney like once a month. Mm-hmm. And
Now, how about the church gig? Is that still going on quite a bit for you?
Yeah, quite a bit with that. That's a real steady gig.
That's fantastic. Steady gigs are always a beautiful thing. Yeah,
it is. And I love the parish. I have to go to church anyway, so I may as well give thanks to God, thank him for these gifts that he's given me.
Absolutely. So since we've last done an episode last September, and in passing seeing you over the years, has it gotten easier over the years developing a solo show, like the process? Like, tell me about that, like how it's been going for you over the years now.
I try to go in and plan a bunch of bunch of music in a set, but I go in loose.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Kind of feel out the crowd, see what they're into, what they might want to hear more.
Becomes second nature now after a while.
It does. And you kind of latch on to, all right, they're interested in this, or, fielding requests, and let me try to be like Pandora and play some stuff related to whatever it is that they're into. And
you find you're engaging more in between the songs with the audience as you get older?
I try not to talk too much because once I get going, it's not good.
What I mean by that, like I've already chatted that with Dougie and Jim like yesterday, but it's they're trying to figure out what song you're doing, and then they're like, wait, that's so and so, that's this person. But you're actually like listening as you're
and
playing.
Sometimes
you want to be like,
I will go ahead and kind of program a playlist a little bit to kind of have have fun with it. Thematically, and see if people are really paying attention and listening. Right. Especially when I'm doing background music, are they just eating dinner, or are they actually listening a little bit? And some people come up to me afterward and they were like, that was so much fun. I was like, name that tune. What's he going to play next?
Do you get the obnoxiousness of the Freebird requests like guitar players, or is it more Piano Man?
I do, but I do always defer to, yes, that Piano Man is the Freebird of piano.
Yeah.
And I usually
Piano Man, it doesn't have that same ring.
and play Piano Man for those who want it. Or sometimes if it's kind of a slow night and I need to throw something out, well, let's see if they bite on this one. Yeah. Then I'll go ahead and do that.
Yeah. I would think with the resume that you've built over the last couple of years in Vermont that the word of mouth is probably getting easier for you as far as getting gigs, or is it still a lot of emails, cold calls, and like maybe little to no return on investment, or is it more word of mouth maybe so over the years?
Word of mouth, I think. And then, yes, there are some repeat customers, but it's also good having the network of working with other musicians. And then, well, I can't do this, but I know Jake can do it.
Right.
Or do, a comparable thing for you. And that's always good. And I try to return the favor when I can myself. Because it's always better for musicians around here to be a community and give back to each other when possible.
It's a great feeling. Do you ever find like there's moments where you can't keep up with getting back to potential gigs about doing them or not? Which is a great problem to have.
It's not gotten that bad, but I do feel bad. Sometimes there will be something come. I'm sorry, I'm booked with 3 or 4 other things going on that day. I can't, but maybe I'll pass it along to somebody else.
How far out are you booking right now?
Right now, probably into October, but I need to start getting a little further out.
Very nice.
And fill things in a little bit more in the meantime.
Yeah. Besides band shows, what's the farthest that you'd be willing to travel for a solo show?
Oh, I've been down to Connecticut for some, and I wouldn't mind.
Recently,
take
or
a chance.
Recently, or
no. Last time I played down in Connecticut, I think was right before the pandemic the shutdown started. I opened for a friend at Stella Blue in New Haven.
Yeah, that's a great venue.
Yeah, it was great.
I love that place.
And I talked to the sound tech, Hannah Jacobson, and she said, you have some great solo stuff. You should get into Cafe 9. Mm-hmm. And then I was trying to message them. The
big jazz venue down there. Yeah.
It all closed up. So that stunk, but trying to rebound.
I'm trying to remember. I think I played there years ago one time. It was like one of those jazz open mic nights that they did, I believe, on Sundays, I want to say. And I either played there or I just watched one of my old guitar teachers just jam for a while. But it was cool. I think it was like I just turned like legal age, so I could have gone without mom and dad. Yeah, New Haven has no shortage of like really good spots, especially pizza spots for sure. So.
Yeah, especially if you're a snob, and that's what you need.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So tell us about the 3 bands, potentially 4 that you're involved in right now.
Yeah. So going back to some of the word of mouth and musicians talking to each other, it was last summer, right before July 4th, that I was talking a little bit with Justin Burgess, member of Cedar, member of Brianna and the Boys, Jenny and the
Shout
Bats.
out to all those guys, by the way.
Yeah.
Shout out to all those. All those.
I'm going to be name dropping and giving them plenty of love.
Please do.
But Justin is working hard, and then I don't even remember the name of the band that he does a lot of weddings with on Saturdays. But it was through King Arthur Jr. and Allegra Larson that Justin, he started Cedar up in Burlington, came down this way. Well, I don't want to have all my guys come down here and pay them next to nothing with all the travel. Right. I need a keys player down here and try to fill in the rest of the lineup. It's mostly his original jazz charts that we do for that. Some dense stuff, but it's a lot of fun.
He writes all those, all the charts. He writes every.
Yeah, we do a little bit of Medeski, Martin Wood, nice. Grover Washington, some standards in there too, but mostly it's stuff that he's written. He obliged me last year, that first time that I played with them in Bromley, and did a jazz chart of mine.
Nice.
And that was fun. That was like the first time I ever did that.
How's he writing the jazz charts? Is he doing it by hand or is he programming it into a computer? Because,
I think he's doing it by computer.
Gotcha. Yeah, and
I haven't asked him about the process.
It probably transposes by Clef, I would imagine, right? Because I did jazz composition and music theory writing pencil and paper years ago, like for college, in junior year of college. Like
I haven't ever asked him, so I can't answer definitively.
Gotcha. I'm just doing my job as the.
I would be curious on that myself, and I will say that some of it is written very. It falls nicer under the fretboard than it might on the keys. I make it work. I can, but. Yeah, this is how it lays out nicely on the fretboard.
Are you a fast sight reader, or are you more like a tablature, like with chords kind of guy?
On guitar? Forget.
I mean piano.
But for piano, I can sight read pretty well.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's still one thing. Sorry, Mom and Dad in Western Connecticut State University.
You're a guitarist. You don't need it.
Exactly. That's how we shut up. Is put the sheet music in front of it. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, this doesn't have the dots in the diagram.
Gotcha. Yeah. So how often are you playing with Justin and crew?
Like It was kind of once a month, once every other month. He's going to be getting back to me soon. With
you guys played
dates.
at Bromley before, right? Outside.
We played
the
Bromley
patio?
last year. I played earlier this year with him at. It was across the street from Red Clover Ale, just after the Brandon parade, July 5th. Played Valley Craft Ales with him earlier this year, and Allegra was there.
Oh yeah,
we did some dead.
Oh, it was an
tunes
opening
and
up
she
one,
sang.
right? Oh, nice.
Yeah,
that's right.
So that was great, and yes, and then thanks to Justin in Cedar, he plays with Brianna and the boys as well, plays bass. And I went and heard them at Off the Rails over the winter.
Yeah.
And I kind of casually mentioned, hey, if you feel like dabbling with a keys player, let me know. And he must have, I got to pat him on the back and say thank you, because he must have talked me up behind the scenes and said, yeah, let's check him out. And I went in for a rehearsal audition, and they said, yeah, this works great.
And they play all the time.
Robbie
They play all
drums.
they play all the time at Off the Rails, anyways, too. So
They do
that's
play
like
there pretty regularly.
and I'm sure you're familiar with that stage quite a bit. So that's a perfect opportunity to, and it's close to home for you to like jump right in.
I was already booked for the last time that they played here, but I'm sure I'll be able to hop in again for that.
Absolutely.
And I have some gigs coming up. We did Rutland Furniture Store, and it was raining
cool.
that day, but they have a garage where they have some of the inventory, and they said set up in there.
Yeah,
and it was a great funnel to.
How was that playing
out.
in the furniture store? It was pretty cool.
It was interesting, yeah. and then all the rain stopped, and the clouds started opening up. More people came, and
nice.
It was fun.
Have you ever heard of the company? I think they have a location in Rutland, but the one I know is in Lebanon. Allen Pools and Spas.
I have, yeah.
Yeah. It's just I
haven't checked out the Rutland
It's a
location.
pool. It's probably one that's further north in Burlington. Again, sorry, the internet. I think I got my location wrong, but I think it's in Burlington. Yeah. Yeah, I don't prepare. Anyways, yeah, it's just it's
loose research.
Yeah, exactly. Loose research. Yeah, false information. It's just a pool retail store. So I played a function there one time, and I just loved it. They were serving drinks, hors d'oeuvres, and it was just like a 2-hour open house.
It's fun taking some gigs like that. You never know what might come up. Last year, in the spring, I got a call. Hey, would you like to come play convenience store in Loudon? We're going to do a red carpet event, and everybody is going to be VIPs for these cocktails in a can.
Oh wow!
So yeah, and
Did they actually roll the red carpet in?
They rolled the red carpet out from the side entrance. Yeah, and they had all these hedges up, paparazzi. I was in suit and tie. And they said, but just play.
You felt like
play
a big,
classic rock stuff. Don't do any of the stuffy background music.
But you felt like a big shot. You felt like a big shot in the moment.
I did, yeah. And it was so much fun working with the Sam Adams distributor and everything.
Oh, that's awesome. So, any other band out of the lineup before we get to the most recent breaking news coming out in your life and everything that you want to mention about?
Oh, did you want me to get talking about how I'm involved with?
That's coming up. But was there anything else in the other bands wise that you wanted to mention about, or?
I think I kind of covered it all. Yeah.
Cool. Great. Awesome. All right. So
fun playing with Cedar and Brian and the boys. Yeah. And
so,
if I get involved in another project,
absolutely. So on to Rick Reddington and the Tough Love and a new residency that you guys have coming up.
Yes.
So yeah.
That's going to be a lot of fun. Rick, it was kind of right around that same time last year that I played with Cedar at Magic Mountain that Dave, our buddy Dave Lewis, who played with us on Living in Vermont.
That's right, yeah.
He was still in Tough Love at that point.
At the time, yeah.
And kept bugging it. Hey, Rick, we need to get Jake up here to play some solo stuff.
Yep.
And I played at the Wild Fern solo, and it might have been one of the few times last year that there wasn't any rain, and we could be outside on the stage in front of the
what? No rain? What?
Yeah. And then he said, well, we need to have you back some more. I played my birthday there. That was a really awesome show.
Right.
And it just, and
it had to have been well documented on photos, right? I'm sure. Yeah.
Well documented on photos and streaming, because some of the time I said, I'd like to stream this because I'd love to check it out later. And it's always great to listen, like listening to a Dead show or something like that.
Yeah.
And all the jams and everything that can pop up. But it's so much fun sitting in there, and I never know what he might kind of pull out next.
Right.
And I've listened to the Supermoon album that he put out earlier this year.
Right.
And he's, make sure to study up on that. And it was this,
a wise man once said, do your homework.
this spring that I kind of played with the band, and he said, everything, this is all just so good. I need to have you be a part of the band. And if you would, please come play August West Festival with us.
that's what you've been mainly rehearsing for, right?
That's what I've been working with them to
remember
prep
Jay
for
was
that.
mentioning it. Jay Osborne was mentioning that. Shout out Jay. Hi Jay. You mentioned it.
Lots of name dropping.
Lots of name dropping. So anyways, last week, was that the first night of the residency at Still on the Mountain that you guys were doing?
Yep.
Yeah.
I wasn't able to make it to that one, but I was down in Connecticut.
There's a nice billboard sign in Still on the Mountain now, because I just played there.
But I am in all the photos there and everything. And I'll plan to be there as many Thursdays as I can make it. But it's
Jake and everybody going like, hi.
And pointing at the logo for Still on the Mountain. It's acoustic shows. We'll be outside when we can.
Yep.
Acoustic guitars, the cajon. I think Jay brings some djembe. I'll bring my melodica.
Yep. You got Blake on drums, and then Heather and Rick. Yep. Yeah. And then all the uniforms, all the sunglasses, just the whole swag that goes. Except the red carpet. There's no red carpet.
No
I don't
red
think.
carpet for.
But don't put that past.
There should be, because Rick is legendary.
Monstrous, legendary. Yeah, he is for sure. But it's been. So
I feel pretty honored to be asked to play. And to be part of the band. But playing with them, it just feels so organic. And he plays music that's inspired by, and music that's a lot of what I grew up listening to. So it just feels instinctive. His resume speaks for itself. His playing is legendary, and I just absolutely love his just warm, godlike voice, man. It's so. And you go to a show, and it's almost like, did you grow up listening to a Prairie Home Companion? I have not. No, okay. I don't think so. No. He is a storyteller like Garrison Keillor was. So you can often, he takes some time between some of these songs. He'll share all these stories about how he wrote this, or the area, or what inspired everything. What still inspires him now with playing music. You find his originals easy or harder to learn? They're not too bad. Not too bad. Yeah. I mean, and then some of the covers, he'll just kind of say, all right, we're going to go ahead and do this. And he might mention the name of a song. He may just go ahead and start playing this and show me a little bit of the neck. All right, we're diving in, and I got to be ready. I like the I like the on the fly mentality of throwing a set list together on the fly. It's impressive for sure. And the Wild Fern is such a great spot. It really is. It's so welcoming there. It is. They make darn good pizza there too. They make some great pizza. Yeah, check them out. The Wild Fern in Stockbridge, Vermont, just north of Pittsfield and Killington. Killer location. Yeah. And they have the new outdoor the new outdoor stage and everything. That's right. Not the outdoor stage, but they have the outdoor ovens and everything to make pizza. So that they're not dying inside from all the heat. Makes all the sense. Yeah. Right. Yeah. After the August Fest, any big shows on the horizon or nothing to announce just yet? A few things with Brianna Tough and Love. The boys. With Tough Love. Or Brianna and the boys. Yeah. Yeah. That's kind of the big thing that I'm looking to right now, and we'll take it from there. That's awesome. Cool. Yeah. And it's going to be a busy winter up ahead with solo shows, I'm sure. For all of us. Yeah. Because I'm hoping to be getting more things booked up in Killington too. I had some fun playing up at a Killington Cafe and Wine Bar. Oh yeah. At the open mic, and did a little solo show on the Kentucky Derby Day.
Yeah. How many venues would you say that you play at a fair, almost like repeat basis, you would say, at this point in southern central Vermont?
Probably a half dozen easily.
Yeah. That's awesome. How many ski resorts would you say that you've played at up here? Two. Hey, Magic's a good one, man. I love.
Then three. Yeah, because
yeah.
I have played there before. Not recently, but I did play Black Lion Tavern once. Oh no, I guess 5 because now you're getting me thinking. I played Stratton once with my rock band that I now defunct, and we played at Mount Snow, the Snow Barn.
Oh yeah, wow, that's a nice venue too, man. Yeah, that's a nice venue. Are you taking guitar lessons at the moment? I know we had done a lesson. I remember years ago.
Yeah,
I think during COVID and everything.
I kind of am bad about taking some of the lessons, but I've taken some lessons with Justin. I don't remember his last name right now, but he used to be Haley Jane and the Primates.
Wow. Okay.
But I've gotten some lessons from him. I watch YouTube a lot to check out Marty music.
Yeah.
Things like that. Rick, I'll be working with him, and I think he asked me to share some keyboard stuff with him. He used to play a bit back in the day, but he said
keyboard or okay. Yeah. Yeah,
because I'm pretty sure that's how Frank Chase found him.
Gotcha. Are you looking to do with guitar? You looking to expand beyond just chord knowledge and overall theory? You looking to like get heavy into improv in the future, like soloing? Like
I would love to. Yeah. And maybe even looping. I have done a little bit, and I have a couple songs that I've done some looping, or even all right, record a little loop and then go play this patch on the keyboard, or pick up a harmonica and play that line along with it.
Yeah, we can toy along with that in theory a little bit in this episode if you want, and everything for sure. Absolutely. But are you writing a bunch of original music these days? Do you have anything on the horizon as far as releasing and recording?
I still am trying to kind of save up a little bit for that, but I have a big back catalog of stuff to record for sure.
Yeah. I always ask people, sometimes it takes years to actually get a song completed, or sometimes even just days. But I would imagine it depends on the feeling of the song and the mood, right?
It can, and it can depend on, how busy am I preparing for other things. Or sometimes I'm in the midst of a whole bunch and, all right, I got some inspiration. I better try to strike while the iron's hot. And, I got a good start on it, but let me put it aside.
Yeah, and all of a sudden, this other project comes out of left field and interrupts me. And,
right.
Have you ever hired someone to do marketing for you, or thought about it?
I haven't thought too much about it, but I haven't done it yet. No.
Yeah, because it's a lot. The Facebook, Instagram promotion, it's a lot just doing that daily.
It is. But I do kind of find it fun to go back and try to document and remember all the different things that happened, and it's kind of my way to share it, to remember for myself and keep it as a performance diary, or to share the experience with others who, oh man, I wish I could have been there, and next time you might want to be.
Yeah, absolutely. 5 years post-COVID, do you find Facebook Live to be still pretty valuable, or not as much so as it used to be?
I would say maybe not as much as it used to be, because people are so much more active and out and about again. Yeah. But it is a good way to kind of document stuff or save things for later, for putting together an EPK or something.
Do you ever do Instagram Live or just Facebook Live?
I do. I need to do some more Twitch, but I do tend to do a lot on Facebook and Instagram.
It's got to be hard just on one phone to be able to do both at the same time, right?
I bring along a tablet and my phone.
Oh, okay.
So I just, But it does take up a fair bit of the venue's bandwidth.
And I'm sure if you're not connected to the Wi-Fi at the time.
Oh, if I'm not connected to the Wi-Fi
then that drains,
with my phone, then I don't, because I don't have unlimited mobile data.
Yeah. I find that to be challenging still in Vermont. I haven't done Facebook Live in a while. I mean, I obviously, as you know, I used to do it all the time. But I just find that in a lot of the venues and restaurants and stuff, the Wi-Fi can just be so spotty that after a while I'm just like, ah.
I set it up and kind of leave it, and sometimes if it gets spotty or whatever, that's out of my control. They're enjoying a free show, and if they want to tip and everything, that's great. And if I get something good that I can use for later out of it, then that's great too. But I do, it's been a while since I've actually done anything from my home studio to stream on there. But that's a lot of fun too, and I really am glad that I spent a lot of time trying to keep streaming through the pandemic to keep up my skills and keep progressing.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you have much time to practice or do warm-up routines before shows?
I don't think I arrive early enough for all that.
Yeah. I mean, like, I guess in addition to arriving early enough, do you practice much at home or not as much as you used to?
I do try to practice a fair bit. More of the time I think I spend on the guitar because I almost feel like, in a way, going out and performing on the keyboards is practice. That's your practice in and of itself. Yeah. I don't mean to sound lazy or anything. And if there are, certainly I do prepare for other projects, or, you have this new music that you need to, all right. I think there's a benefit to know your way around both piano and guitar, because maybe there's some chords on guitar that you like shape-wise you never would have thought like to find on the piano. Even though the piano, everything is laid out right there for you, there's probably something on the guitar that you learn. It's like, oh, I never thought of it that way on the piano. Right. But my ear and fingers are just kind of so used to the way everything is laid out on the piano. Sometimes I start here and then go there. But then, no, how do I get this inversion on the guitar, though, or voice it the way that I want it? And it's a good way to try to make me more accountable for some of the theory, and then start to figure, this is the kind of shapes and the movements that I want, so that I can have some good voice leading and efficiency of movement. For sure. Besides that electric guitar behind you, do you have an acoustic guitar that you practice with, too? I don't practice with the acoustic electric too much. I should probably work on the truss rod on it, because it's starting to... Scott McDonald, are you listening? Scott McDonald, you around? I had him on an episode last year. I have Allen wrenches. I could probably adjust it a little myself. But I do have... no, send it to the guy, man. Come on. Send it. I have a PRS SE2 hollow body with piezo that I like to... That I feel like that's close enough to an acoustic. Yeah. It has a really nice sound that I often just kind of... I'll sit there and play it unplugged. Yeah. Just bring that guitar out, show the audience again. Yeah, the lovely $250 different version of a PRS. It literally looks like a PRS, man. Yeah. Now, are those are humbucker pickups? Humbuckers, yep. Yep. Such a warm sound, man. And it has the split. Oh, I love that. Splitting. Yep. Yeah. That's perfect. Yeah. Folks, just look at that color. That color is just absolutely incredible. And with the nice complimentary, it wasn't free, but the strap complements it nicely. Yeah, looks like the logo. Probably name this Sunny. Looks like the logo for that beer company in Waitsfield, Vermont, Lawson's, the real popular one. Oh, yeah. Sip of Sunshine, Lawson's Finest. Yeah, but that's a great jazz song, Sunny, Pat Martino. Yeah, that I love that song. And that's when I was kind of getting ready for one of the Cedar gigs. That's one of the standards we play. And all right, let me see if I can try to figure out the chords on here, and not just playing it down in the open positions, but up here. I think it goes a little something like this. All right, Mom and Dad, I know you'll dig this because you've been asking for this for a while at shows, but. Whole lot of flat somethings in there. A lot of sharp this and flat that, Major sevenths and stuff too, Yeah, that was one of the songs I did at my junior recital in college 15 years ago at Westcon was Sunny. Nice. Yeah, because you got all that extra picking that Pat Martino did it.
Picks every single note also too, you know?
Yep.
Yeah, awesome. So you wanted to discuss a little bit about theory. What did you have in mind? Just how your mind works, like when you're going through improving or solos, like at a show, or...
Yeah, it's fun to try to figure out, well, how do I want to approach this line, whether I just kind of stick with the chord tones or do I want to take it outside and push it.
Right. Are you thinking modes when you solo? Like modes of a major scale?
A little bit.
Yeah.
I do kind of like a guitarist. I guess I do rely pretty good on the pentatonic scale.
Yeah.
I find myself the blues scale is a fun one.
You can't go wrong with pedaling the pentatonic scale even over an extensive amount of chord changes. You can never go wrong with that. The whole less is more approach and how the late great B.B. King like always lived on the one note, like bending the one note on his guitar Lucille.
I try not to do too much of that except for when I kind of hit the climax.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, because once you hit the climax, if you hold on to that one note,
you got nowhere to go. You don't want to throw everything away at the beginning.
Right.
Tell a story.
Yeah, I'll tell you one key thing I learned about modes and soloing. I don't know if we talked about this in the one guitar lesson we did years ago, but the way my mind works when I bring up like modes of a major scale. So you think of like. I always go to a Grateful Dead song to kind of make my points and examples and everything, but
you want me to comp that for you?
Sure, like Fire on the Mountain. So so this is A major and
you're playing
B major, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
It's just B major and A major. So right here, I'll stop you right there. So right there, what my mind is thinking right there is, you've got B major and A major, and which means you have the notes A, C sharp, and E, and then in B you have B, D sharp, and F sharp.
Yep.
So right then and there, I'm thinking, okay, what root position major scale do all those notes fit in? And what I mean by that is it's based on E major. E major is the one and the root. So then I start piecing all the modes of the E major scale together and I apply it on all 6 strings up and down the neck from octave to octave, 0 fret to 12 fret. So in other words, if you're doing... So where my mind goes here is you keep playing is you have the high E and the low E on the string right here. So I start going like this in order of half step, whole step, much like what you would do on the piano. E, F sharp, G sharp, A, B, C sharp, D sharp, E. And then you go A, B, C sharp, D sharp, E, F sharp, C sharp, A. And then you just start piecing that throughout the neck as you remember like how to do that. So like keep going.
And you're doing a lot of motific stuff there too.
Yeah.
Like a little cell.
Yeah, eventually,
an idea and move it around.
Right. Eventually, once you know how to move around, right. Once you figure out how to move around the neck, then you can start getting fancy with bending up a whole step or a half step. But that's how my mind works. Like I start figuring out piecing the notes of the chords of the song and like where they fit into what major scale and what's the root of that major scale. And then I start thinking of Lydian, Mixolydian, Dorian, Ionian. I start thinking of like all these modes, and it was just years of practicing like where those notes fall on the fretboard from 0 to 12 fret wise. Does that make like sense? And then
that does make some sense.
Yeah. It's kind of difficult.
It gives me a fun way to kind of think about, this might be how I want to start approaching it.
But
now.
from the piano, I would imagine that's kind of a similar approach, correct? Like you're thinking.
And I do the motific approach. Take a little idea and then expand it, or move it within that key,
right?
Diatonically,
right.
And then just develop it a little bit further. That's even like a classical music idea.
Mm-hmm. Another thing to remember also too that might help out with improving on songs like that is, so we just established on Fire on the Mountain there with B major and A major that thinking motifically improv wise, you're finding the major scale where the notes fall in. In this case, it's E major. Where the notes of A major and B major fall in, so you can solo on notes like that up and down the neck.
To make sure that you're hitting those chord tones when each chord comes up.
Right. The other thing to remember on a jam like that is once you've established what major scale it is that you're soloing mode-wise, if you take the 2, the 3, and the 6 of that scale, you can play the pentatonic scales like the shape of a pentatonic scale with those being the root of those pentatonic scales. So in other words, if you're in E major mode, you can solo in F sharp minor pentatonic. You can do G sharp pentatonic.
It just gives it a different color.
Right, and then you can do C sharp minor pentatonic.
Which is probably going to be what a lot of people
it's the relative that in that case it's the relative minor. It's the relative minor. But it adds color and it's a different approach. So just go back one more time for me to B major and A major.
And just making sure that they don't sound scalar.
Yeah, exactly.
And melodic.
Right, and that's where you go from, as opposed to it sounding like you're just playing a scale up and down. Now you're playing a solo as if you're singing it like a vocalist. That's where you start, like,
or even that other common way is, just keep your instrument aside, start singing it, and then can you hear that? Can you audiate it and figure out, where do I need to play it on the neck?
Right,
keyboard, whatever.
Yeah, and that is
different approaches.
Absolutely, and that has been one of my ways that to give a little bit like secrets out to the world if I haven't already. That's kind of been one of my approaches. I'm always thinking, and then it gets. I'll tell you, man, it gets deep also too when you start adding like jazz riffs in between all that, like. Just adding that little chromaticness. But I don't know if we answered any questions you might have had on theory.
I don't think I had any questions per se, but I just, I like talking about it.
Yeah, theory's a lot of fun, and there's so much math involved with it,
I mean, yes, but not in the way that people would think.
Not in the way that people would think. No. Not really like 2 + 2, but
right. But it seems to get so much easier to think of the scale degrees in terms of numbers rather than letters, and then even the chord sequences, the cadences,
Right.
and numbers, rather, because then it's easier. All right, I want to change from A major to D major instead, or
Right.
whatever.
You should tell the audience a little bit how you view when it's your time to solo, and this can be very different between a solo show and a show with a band. When you know when to play a lot, depending on the climax of the solo, or when less is more. You should tell the audience a little bit like their
or
approach
even
on
for
that.
throwing in little licks. Sometimes you'll have like a certain lyric that pops out that, let me kind of give an answer. You can think
Call and response.
Question
Call
and answer
response.
sort of thing.
Yeah.
So it's fun to do it in that way. I try to leave the first verse alone if I can, so that everything can get established and you're not overplaying.
Nice and easy, just kind of slow the flow. Yeah. Absolutely, yeah.
And then go ahead and throw in, interject where I can, where it's tasteful.
Yeah.
And you kind of learn through trial and error and playing out plenty.
Oh, yeah?
All right, shut up. You don't need to be talking so much right here.
Is what they feel like the best way to learn is by failing in the moment, and then
you have to,
learning that for the next time.
And that's I was having a little conversation with somebody last night about some of this when they were feeling bad about being surrounded with music for most of their life, and I pick up this instrument or that, and I try a little bit, but I don't feel. You need to keep doing that, and you need to kind of get out in those pressure situations. Yes, I still feel some nerves sometimes when I go out there and play, but I just try to have fun, and I try not to think about it too much. My fingers have some muscle memory, but I don't want to just rely on that, because then I might sound scalar like we were talking about, and the scales are not music. I want to use my ear and think about how can I add like another voice in here.
Right. You want to challenge yourself. You want to give yourself Do you ever feel...
And I like Frank Zappa's approach there. He, when interviewed at one point about how he approaches soloing, he talked about all these
I remember that interview, by the way.
That go out there and they have a solo that they practice
over and over again,
so
right?
that it's memorized and that they can do it, drop of a hat. But he has a special set of skills that, all right, I know what's expected of me right now.
I know my general way around the neck.
Let me go ahead and try to make it spontaneous and make it up in the moment. I have that talent.
Yeah, and he actually, if you remember in that interview, he added on to that when the interviewer said, and that makes it fun, like that specialized approach. And he goes, well, think of it this way. If you were to, play music and it was basically viewed as like going into a job and punching in and out of a clock, like who needs that crap? He said that. Yeah. And I think that's a very good approach. And I think that's why bands like Phish, the Grateful Dead, the Allman Brothers Band, Led Zeppelin, all those bands, they have their set structure on the forms of songs that a lot of people know and what has built their career. But when it comes time to a guitar solo or a piano solo, it's different every time. It's not the note for note solo that you hear on the record.
Right.
And I think that's why those bands were so popular after all this time, regardless of how sloppy the live performance may or may not have been. That's like
and that's
subjective.
Sometimes what you get.
Exactly.
Because it doesn't all, and it's also a freeing thing to see professionals out there that, this is what happened. And it's a lot better to pay for something like that than to pay for like a glorified record or album or something like that. You can buy the album and listen to it.
You can listen to it at home. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Jim Yeager, obviously.
A little bit.
Yeah, Jim Yeager. So we interviewed him yesterday here at the studios, and he said part of the getting repeat work or getting more work over the years, like maybe not just here in Vermont, but just in general, like if you're hustling to do it almost full time, and doing the entertainment side of things, like really embracing with the audience, is the audience actually enjoys when they see you mess up and when you screw up on the spot, because it proves that you're not a robot. Like you're actually trying. So one of the things I like to do every once in a while, if I hit like a clam or I guess even sometimes if I break a string, I'm just like, like I do that like right on the fly. Or if you hit like a wrong note or like you stub your finger like on a black key for his head, it was like, oh man. People love that.
I try not to do too much of that because I used to, when I was first starting to learn, I would do that. Or, sometimes I'd stop and hit myself in the head, and my mom and the piano teacher, all right, knock it off. Don't do that, because then everybody knows that you. Yeah.
But now
you don't want to knock yourself out or give yourself a concussion.
No, not at all. Weren't we just talking about that too? As you hit your head before we started recording.
When I was taking the keyboard out. Yeah.
Oh man, you making any time to be on the other side and go see some live shows, big or small?
Oh shoot! Dave Matthews Band is going on tonight.
Nice.
I wish I could. I wish I could go.
You've seen him a bunch, right? Over the years, or a few times?
A couple times.
Nice.
I would love to go see him again. I do have to. My only gripe about it is that and I don't know if it's changed in recent years, he'll split one night he'll do acoustic, and then the next night he'll do electric. And I kind of want to mix it both. If I can.
Oh, dude, that'd be awesome. You almost kind of do
either that, or you need to just bite it and say, all right, I'm going in 2 nights.
This is if we were business consultants to Dave. Are you listening? If we're business consultants to Dave Matthews, this is how you run your show, S, Y, and Z. First set, electric, Rager, Ballin'.
Oh, yeah.
Second set, like 5 acoustic songs, him and Tim Reynolds. And then third set, just back to electric madness for a half hour, and then an encore or 2. Right?
I agree with that. I agree with that.
Yeah. Tim Reynolds is a monster guitar player. I've seen Dave a few times over the years. I'm drawing a blank on his name, but their most recent addition the last couple of years on keys, he's a monster keyboard player also too.
I didn't even realize that I'm out of touch.
Yeah.
I do need to get to some more big live shows. I do enjoy checking out some of the festivals and other people playing. And
as a Red Sox fan, have you ever seen a show at Fenway?
No, I haven't.
Not baseball, but
I know what you mean. No, I haven't done that yet.
Yeah,
I should.
I would love to.
There were a couple times that I wanted to go see Paul McCartney at Fenway, and
Isn't Ringo still touring?
Yeah, and he's
Paul,
doing a lot of
Paul's
doing a lot of country right now because
Paul, are you still touring?
Country.
Paul, are you still touring?
No, I'm dead.
But my hands are just up like this. All powerful. Check out mine and Linda's band sometime. We wrote the song, Ram On.
He had a killer set there on the SNL 50th anniversary show.
Was that the one that
they did?
Was Dave Grohl there too? Foo Fighters? Was he there for that one? Where he says, "Mr. President, you're my hero, but Paul, you're a bigger hero." Remember that? I don't know.
Bit. No. For the SNL 50th, they did the end of Abbey Road.
Oh,
that medley. Yeah.
Oh, nice. That's boy, you got to carry that way. Yeah, and you never give me the your money. Yeah. Great album. It was the last one. Oh man, I tell you.
And it just Paul Simon. He should have sung by himself. Sabrina Carpenter there didn't do him any favors.
Yeah,
that's my opinion.
Were we talking earlier about also too the legal issues that happen in bands sometimes, like between
we were.
I mean,
because we were talking about Fogerty solo versus CCR.
Simon and Garfunkel certainly had theirs. Pink Floyd, Roger Waters, David Gilmour. I mean, they're everywhere.
Or even back to Beatles. There, well, it was his solo thing, but George with My Sweet Lord.
Oh yeah. Oh, I forgot there was it. Right. Yeah.
That was kind of the big one that set it all off, I feel.
Yeah. Does the Jackson family still own like most of the Beatles catalog at this point? No?
I don't believe so.
Yeah, remember that was a thing though. Like yeah. I was just talking to someone the other day.
Better than Alan Klein owning it.
Yeah. I was just saying to someone the other day talking about like we're both pretty much the same age, like, mid to late 30s, and just significant passings in our lifetime. And I think the one that I was like old enough to actually just kind of like know where I was. I was in a cafe in Fairfield, Connecticut. And it was Michael Jackson, 2009 or 2010 when he passed away. But I was way too young to remember Stevie passing, my favorite guitar player, 1990.
Oh, Stevie Ray. Yeah.
And I was still young enough to know when Jerry passed away. And we're going on the 30th anniversary of Jerry passing on August 9th. Mm-hmm. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And yeah, I mentioned in the beginning, in the opening, I can't believe, moments ago, we just lost Ozzy. Weeks after he had his, by the way, did you catch any of that footage with Steven Tyler singing a Led Zeppelin song? Like
I didn't watch that bit. I watched Mama, I'm Coming Home there.
Yeah, that was it, right? That was the line. Yeah, that was it.
And he was crying through that, and everybody in there was crying.
Right. Oh, man. I just saw Styx last week. That was fun.
I saw that, and I was kind of jealous. Oh man, that would be a good show.
I had Don Felder, the Eagles, and Kevin Cronin, the Vario Speedwagon. Yeah, so they had their bands like open up. Yeah, it was a long show. Bridgeport, Connecticut, the old Bridgeport Bluefish baseball stadium. They turned it into a concert arena. It's pretty cool. Yeah. What else? Anything else you want to like mention? Like fun, exciting, sports related, music related, anything?
I'm so thankful for being included in the American Legion baseball games this year. Post 36, Post 36. I
saw the photos.
Year.
I didn't hear the singing, but I saw the photos.
I think I might have recorded it at one point. Put the sound recorder on.
That was at Dorsey Park.
No, this was right outside here.
Right outside Okemo Valley TV.
Field.
Okay,
yep.
Yeah, okay.
Yep. Yeah. I only did one last year before I got sick. But yeah, they asked me back again, and I said, sure, I'll be happy to. And I did like 4 or 5 of them.
Yeah. It
was great.
Here's an odd question for you. I know you attend open mics all the time, and you've got the residency one coming up with. Well, that's not an open mic. That's just
not an open mic.
No. Have you ever hosted an open mic yourself?
I have not, but I would like to.
Have you thought about it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe that place in Killington might consider it. Or do they? Do they have the open mic there?
Which one?
The wine bar.
Liz Reedy runs there.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Shout out Liz. Hi, Liz.
Yeah, I don't want to take that on.
Yeah. No.
She and Nick are great.
Yeah. I'm in the loop, and I'm like out of the loop of like everything that kind of goes on with the people. But I'm happy to have them come to the Tasty Twist here at Okemo Valley TV as much as possible.
Absolutely.
Yourself incled, and we'll have to get episode number 3 next year.
I've been pestering Rick. Hey, when you go on, if you want to have me, I would be happy to join.
I know. I've been trying to get him, Rick.
I think you may have some success. I don't want to spoil anything, but I think you might have some success this time.
Yeah. What, in doing it? Yeah.
Just pester him again.
I just know that Rick, if you're listening, I know this. I think I have to wear pants. In order for that to be right.
Yes, I'm wearing some pants because I knew that was going to be.
I am not wearing pants, but I will consider bringing right. Or as Will and Patrick say,
you look so tacky, Sammy. Shame on you. And I should throw this out of here.
How dare you?
We're breaking all these Cover Band Central rules.
Yeah, exactly. As we should take a. I don't mind this going on air, but yeah. Where are we there?
Oh, let me get it.
Photo. There we go. All right. Yeah.
You cut me out. Didn't you?
No, I got you. That's all right. Yeah. Oh, Jake, to wrap things up, this has been a blast. You want to give a shout out to anybody in particular?
Oh, yeah, sure. Hi to my family.
Hi, family.
Mom, Josh, Sarah. Hi, Annunciation Church. I know some of you guys watch some of this too.
Yeah.
So, and I appreciate it. It's really interesting. Last time I played the Killarney, the priest came, and he was invited along with a few friends from the parish.
Oh, nice.
Who all said, we need to go out and have some dinner, and talk my mother and brother into going with them. And this is so wild hearing you do stuff that you don't do at church. It feels so, and I love all the different facets of my
I'm going to tell you, honey, I was bad to the bone.
But I didn't play that one. But at one point, the priest was teasing. He was teasing me. He was just teasing me and said, "Oh, I wouldn't mind a little Mozart." And I played him Ave Verum Corpus from I think the Requiem Mass.
Okay.
And he was just smiling the whole time. And the whole bar kind of they got into it.
Do any of them do any of them in the church also play instruments as well too? Like are
some
they
of them do
musicians? Yeah.
I mean my cantor Heather Mealy, she's going to be getting married and moving away, but she has played flute before for some things.
Sure, a lot of them are vocalists also too, or have taken voice lessons probably.
Some of them, yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah,
awesome.
The music program is just kind of humble right now. It's just her and I, and I sit up. I don't know too many organists who sit there and sing as they play, but I do.
Yeah, I remember as a kid going to church. A lot more than I do now. But I remember just always being taken back by a really good singer in the church, like for the hymns and the psalms and all those, just like always just being the kid with I still have a bad attention span, but like looking up to the ceiling, just being like, really impressive. That's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Yeah. And some of my training has even kind of rubbed off on my brother. And this last weekend we were down in Hartford for Connecticut and attended St. Patrick, St. Anthony Church down there.
Nice.
And this one lady who was sitting in front of us said, You young men sound so nice. Keep doing that.
The big takeaway was young men. That's it. We're young still. We're young.
She may not have worded it like that, but she was just really happy in general. And then after Mass, this one fella came over and he said, "Wow, that was really nice. That was like surround sound." And I said, "Well, thank you." And my brother was. I was thinking about just kind of leaving it at that. And my brother said, "Well, he's an organist and a cantor at our home parish." Guilty as charged. But back to some of that with the Killarney and everything. My vocal placement, it's more like singing classical and all when I'm at the church. But then it's such a different thing to sing out with that, and then
the public,
They'll hear a little something different when I'm doing the national anthem. It's wonderful to be able to pull on all these different sorts of things and have that talent and just. I love music, so I don't want to. I love all the different.
It's like you got to love that first response. You love that response where it's like, "Oh, never knew you had it in you. Wow." I had no idea.
I get a little ticked about that sometimes, but I have to understand. All right, they don't know. Yeah. But it's always.
And maybe we should keep it secret. Maybe they shouldn't know.
No. I'm not going to hide my talents under a bush.
All right, last thing. I had to bring this up relative to the same conversation.
Sure.
In that conversation, did she go at all to you? Hey, when I was a kid or when I was your age, how often do you get that from the older generations, like than us? To get that?
Jay?
Yeah. No.
Okay.
Okay, sure. Maybe him.
I'm ragging on.
Yeah. Jay, you don't even know. Yes, give it another 18 years. Yes. Exactly. No, but it's funny because you and I are almost at that. We're age,
kind of in that cusp there where people.
Our age is not that impressive.
Saying, well, you're still young.
Yeah.
Well, when does that end?
Yeah. By the way, our age right now is not that impressive. It's not impressive really in like any phase whatsoever. You're expected to show up to work every single day, no matter what. You're not going to get an award from that yet. And you still got 30 years to go before you get your Lifetime Achievement Award. Dude, like, so our age is nothing really impressive. However,
I don't want to retire unless I...
No, I know.
Yeah.
But we are just old enough, Jake, to start telling 16 and 17-year-olds, buddy, back in my day in the 90s, we are,
those dang tablets.
Yeah, the tablets. We had cassette players in our cars.
You got your computer and your phone.
Yeah.
We were doing dial-up.
Welcome. You've got mail. Welcome. Okay. Once again, I have to give a special shout out to Okemo Valley TV and all of our music venues and our fellow musicians who support each other. Thank you. I really appreciate it. And once again, I appreciate Jake for being here once again for the Tasty Twists. And
viewers like you, thank you.
What were we going to do? Living in Vermont?
You know what? I changed my mind.
You changed your mind. Okay. All right. Yeah.
That's my prerogative.
Okay. That's okay. Sorry. And I had a brain fart there for a minute. I'm like, wait, are we ending or are we had a song we were thinking? Yeah.
Yeah, please.
Okay. Go ahead.
This is kind of an A blues song.
Nothing wrong with an A blues. Yeah.
It has a couple curves in it, but not too bad. This is called Sunny Day. I think it's a good one in honor of the guitar, in honor of the nice weather outside.
Yeah. Is it available online? Is it released?
It's not. I really need to record it.
Okay.
But yeah, and it's kind of heavily Beatles inspired.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Once again, everybody, don't forget to check out Jake on Jake Keys 88 on social media and his website, which is again
JakeKeys88music.com.
Yes. Take it away, my brother.
All right. Turn it up a little bit. There we go.
Crank it. Freebird.
Sun in my eyes. It feels so good to see the bright in the sky. The air is warm and the grass smells fine, and everyone is waking up. It's been raining cold so long, it's really been bringing me down. But today is so beautiful, just wanna stop and say, I think it's gonna be a sunny day. Sunny day. Sunny day. Sunny day. Birds are chirping, leaves are growing, and love there's obtaining rain in sight. People smiling, singing about with warm tones of delight. I've been cooped up and tired now. This day is just what I need. The fresh air and my careless underwear. Just wanna stop and say, I think it's gonna be a sunny day. Sunny day. Sunny day. Sunny day. I'm so sick and tired of always feeling so glum. Joy's hiding behind the clouds, it's gone. I think it's gonna be a sunny day.
Hey. Thank you, everybody. Jake McLaughlin. See you next time. Hey, Hey, thanks for watching another episode of The Tasty Twist with Sammy B. Be sure to follow it on okemovalley.tv, follow it on cable, or download their mobile app. You can also follow every episode on my website, sammybmusic.com. Have a great day.